Well, hi there. I'm Michael Hausum of the Hausum Group at Vista Pacific Realty, and this is the Orange County Residential Housing Marketplace update for the week ending April 26, 2019. So there have been some big changes in the last couple of weeks since I did my last update. The biggest changes is that demand up 11% in the last 2 weeks. It's kind of extraordinary. We have not seen this kind of uptick in demand at this time of the year for over a decade. Now, demand simply is the number of homes that have gone into escrow in the previous month. So what's interesting about this, the quantity of listings is up 1%. So inventory is up 1%, and that's pretty typical for this time of year. Inventory just tends to go like this and kind of peak out historically by midsummer. Demand usually creeps right along with it. But this year, for the last 2 weeks, demand has really surged, and that has some significant impacts on the rest of the marketplace. Let's take a look. This graph here shows expected marketing time. It's simply the number of days that the average home would be expected to be on the market given current inventory and demand levels. Blue is 2016, purple is 2017, green is 2018, and orange is 2019. Now look at the big drop in the last 2 weeks. So the drop in expected market time is because the number of homes that have gone into escrow, the demand has jumped up the 11%. Notice compared to the last 3 years, nothing like this has happened in April. Definitely in Orange County, it is a seller's market across the county based on average sales price. So what does this mean? Curiously, it's both a good time to buy and a good time to sell. So the fact that it's a seller's market means that it's a very good time to sell. Houses that are priced well and look well are selling quickly. But with interest rates having dropped almost a full percent since the end of last year, it's also a good time to buy. I did a little bit of math, and if a mortgage payment at $3,000 a month is what a buyer was looking for, they can now purchase a $64,000 more expensive home without changing their monthly payment. So, and as a real estate guy, this is a wonderful thing to say. It's a great time to buy, and it's a great time to sell. Now take a look at this graph showing the marketplace in Orange County by price. As usual, most of the activity is below $1.25 million, and it's a seller's market there. Under $1.25 million represents 67% of the inventory and 84% of the demand. Between $1.25 million and $1.5 million, it's a balanced market. Above $1.5 million, it's a buyer's market, but only barely a buyer's market until you really get up into the higher price ranges. Above $4 million, definitely a buyer's market. So one of the things I've heard a lot of talking to buyers and sellers over the last few months is a question or a concern that the market's really going to drop, or that it's going to be a huge price decrease, or the bottom's going to fall out, or something like that. In fact, I had a woman completely cancel her entire home search because she heard that later this year, the marketplace is absolutely going to crater. Well, it still could, obviously, but looking at the numbers right now, that is absolutely not happening, nor does it look like it's going to happen anytime soon. So, as I always do, let's take a look at the details of a few specific cities and see what's going on there. In the city of Costa Mesa, expected marketing time is right now at 69 days. 2 weeks ago, it was at 71 days, and a month ago, it was at 80 days. 69 days is a seller's market for Costa Mesa compared to 57 days a year ago. Right now in Costa Mesa, the homes that recently closed sold at 98.2% of their asking price. In Huntington Beach, expected marketing time is right now at 65 days, which is definitely a seller's market. 2 weeks ago, it was at 70 days, and a month ago, it was at 76 days. All of this, however, is quite a bit more than last year, where it was a 47-day expected marketing time. In Huntington Beach, the recently closed sales sold at 98% of their asking price. The city of Orange is even warmer than Costa Mesa and Huntington Beach. Right now in Orange, expected marketing time is at 56 days, slightly down from 58 days 2 weeks ago, which was a little bit down from 64 days a month ago. Last year, however, Orange was at a 48-day expected marketing time. Homes in Orange are selling at 98.5% of their asking price. Now on the other end of the scale is Newport Beach. Expected marketing time in Newport right now is at 145 days, a buyer's market, actually slightly higher than the 139 days 2 weeks ago, but still down from 155 days from a month ago. Interestingly, last year this time, expected marketing time in Newport was at 146, almost exactly the same as it is right now. Recently closed sales in Newport were at 95.4% of their asking price. Now, those are only just 4 cities, but as you know, there are a lot more cities here in Costa Mesa, and I have the details for those cities. So if the city you're in or the city that you're interested in, if you'd like to know what the expected marketing time is right now, what was it a year ago? What are the sales prices versus asking prices doing? Please let me know. I have all of that data. You can call me 949-413-2371. You can also email me, michael@housumgroup.com. Now, also, parenthetically, you can see I'm actually at a house that's on the market in Costa Mesa, Mesa Verde. I was holding an open house here today, and I couldn't get away without saying this. You can sort of see from the background, but I can assure you, you could see looking from the rest of the house as well, huge mistake that these sellers have made. They staged the house for 2 weeks, and then they took all the staging out. And they just had their second price reduction. The number one feedback from every single buyer that's coming into this house is asking about how to use the space. There's a little family room area behind me, but it's impossible to tell where you'd put the dining room and the living room and a den or an office because of the additions that were done. If this seller had just spent a few grand and got a good stager in here to tell the story of how to use this space and how to use this house, I think it would actually have already sold by now. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Hi there, this is Michael Housum. Can you please make sure that the fan is off, or all other kinds of data that would make an engineer or an accountant type that